All right, let's test it out. Happy Friday, everybody. We're going to talk a little bit about facts versus fear. The media, I don't know. This is just I would love to hear your comments on this. This is just my opinion. Fear sells, facts don't. So let me give you a real live example here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring up the two articles. And by the way, I really just want to pay a little bit of tribute or a little bit of gratitude to Barry Habib and his team at MBS Highway. They're the ones who give us all this great resources to help you navigate your home buying, your real estate adventures. So let's bring up the article, shall we? All right, here we go. So here's the article. U.S. foreclosure activity increases in 2025. From the Housing Wire, U.S. foreclosures filings rise 14%. 14% in 2025 as FHA borrowers face greater risk. Okay, so I am not making a joke that foreclosures are going up. That is certainly not my intent, and it's something that we always want to avoid. But the fear the media is using to get you to click and make bad decisions is crazy. So let's bring up the real numbers, shall we? So let's bring up to the stage here historical foreclosure activity and rates. So if you go back to 2008 and 2009, we were at 2.8 million foreclosures. And if you go to fast forward to 2024 to 2025, yes, it did go up, but it's still historically low. So here's the thing, right? If you were a media outlet, you get paid on clicks. If you were to have a title that said, hey, foreclosures, they're doing great, don't worry about it, or foreclosures up 14%, which ones are you going to click on? Let's make sure we're looking at the facts. Buying a home in 2026, if that's your goal, we should definitely meet. Let's put a plan in place together to help you be successful. In fact, next Thursday, at 7 o'clock, I'm hosting a webinar that's going to talk about the 2026 forecast as it relates to interest rates, housing. It's going to be great. Hope to see you there. By the way, we're expecting single-digit appreciation in the housing market up and around the Bay Area. Great wealth can be accumulated through single-digit appreciation. Paula Brandt's Clear to Close Brokers. Happy Friday.